In the quest to make Mars habitable, two major technologies are often debated: oxygen factories and radiation shields. Each has its own unique benefits and challenges, and understanding them could shape the future of human life on the Red Planet. As humanity looks toward the stars, the conversation around terraforming Mars is heating up, and these two technologies are at the forefront. Let's dive into oxygen factories first. These are essentially large-scale systems designed to produce breathable air from the Martian atmosphere. Mars has a thin atmosphere, primarily composed of carbon dioxide with only about 0.13% oxygen. The idea is to harness that CO2 and use advanced technology to convert it into oxygen. This could be done using processes like electrolysis or chemical reactions. Imagine vast fields of these factories churning out oxygen day and night, creating a breathable environment. For future settlers, the potential for oxygen factories is immense. They could be strategically placed near human habitats, ensuring a constant supply of breathable air. This would not only support human life, but also allow for the growth of plants, which could further enhance the oxygen supply and contribute to a sustainable ecosystem. Picture greenhouses filled with crops, thriving in the Martian soil, all thanks to the oxygen produced by these factories. However, there are challenges that come with building and operating oxygen factories on Mars. The energy required to power these factories is significant. Solar panels might not cut it, given Mars' frequent dust storms and its distance from the sun. While solar energy is a promising option, it may not provide the consistent power needed for large-scale oxygen production. Nuclear power could be a solution, offering a steady energy source, but it brings its own set of complications, including safety concerns and the need for careful management of nuclear materials. Maintenance is another critical factor. The factories would need to be built and maintained in a harsh environment, which is no small feat. Engineers would have to design these systems to withstand extreme temperatures, dust storms, and radiation. Regular maintenance would be essential to ensure they operate efficiently, and that could be a logistical challenge for a Mars colony. Now, let's talk about radiation shields. Mars is bombarded by cosmic rays and solar radiation, which can be harmful to human health. Unlike Earth, Mars lacks a strong magnetic field and thick atmosphere to protect its surface. This means that any human settlement on Mars would need effective radiation protection to ensure the safety of its inhabitants. So, how do we shield ourselves from this radiation? One idea is to build habitats with thick walls made from Martian soil, known as regolith. This could provide a natural barrier against radiation, utilizing the very materials available on Mars. The regolith can be compacted and layered to create effective shielding, allowing settlers to live and work safely. Another option is to use advanced materials that can absorb or deflect radiation. Researchers are exploring innovative materials that could be integrated into habitat designs, providing an additional layer of protection. The beauty of radiation shields is that they can be integrated into the design of habitats, offering protection while also allowing for the development of sustainable living spaces. For instance, habitats could be built underground or partially buried to take advantage of the natural shielding provided by the Martian soil. This approach not only protects against radiation but also helps regulate temperature, making living conditions more comfortable. However, constructing these shields requires significant resources and planning. The materials needed for effective radiation protection must be sourced and transported to Mars, which could be a logistical nightmare. Plus, they need to be effective against various types of radiation, including high-energy cosmic rays and solar particles, which can be tricky to manage. So, which is more critical for terraforming Mars? Oxygen factories or radiation shields? It's not a straightforward answer. Oxygen factories are essential for creating a breathable atmosphere, but without radiation protection, human life on Mars could be at risk. On the flip side, even with radiation shields, settlers would still need a reliable source of oxygen to survive. Ultimately, the best approach may be a combination of both technologies. As humanity looks to the stars and dreams of colonizing Mars, balancing these two critical aspects will be vital. The future of life on Mars could depend on how well these technologies are developed and integrated. As the conversation around terraforming Mars continues, it's clear that both oxygen factories and radiation shields will play crucial roles in making the Red Planet a new home for humanity. The journey to Mars is just beginning, and the possibilities are endless. In the end, the success of terraforming Mars will hinge on innovation, collaboration, and the ability to overcome the challenges presented by the Martian environment. The dream of a thriving human colony on Mars is within reach, but it will take the combined efforts of scientists, engineers, and visionaries to turn that dream into reality. With oxygen factories and radiation shields working in tandem, the Red Planet could one day become a vibrant new home for humanity, opening up a new chapter in the story of our species.